And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Oh my God, you guys sure like that BitLocust crypto, huh? That thing is like still up on the 24-hour at like 3,200%. Here's the deck screener page for you. It's hilarious. Like this thing is just, I knew it. I was reading it on the show and I'm like, oh my God, this thing is going to be a monster. It like dumped, come back, dumped, come back, dumped, like the day later. 24 hours later, dump, coming back. Somebody out there is making a lot of money on this thing. They're just over and over and over with it, you know? I'm looking at it right here. It just goes up and then dumps, up and dumps. Somebody's having some fun with it. Three. Yeah, let me see this here. There's there's like developer activity going on. We woke up developers is what we did in this coin. Because if you look here, 18 hours ago, this one person buys $9 worth. And then just an hour ago, they sold $380. How do you do that when you only put $9 in? I'm looking at their wallet right here on Deck Screener. They only put in $9 18 hours ago, and they pull out 382. That's not possible. That's a developer right there. Somebody has special access to the blockchain or whatever it is, the decentralized exchange. Whatever this is somebody who didn't put the money in, who's pulling out 40, 50 times what they put in. So they never put money in. That's a bad sign right there. Let me look at another wallet in here. So let's say this person pulled out $586 2 hours ago. Let's take a look at their wallet. They put in some money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. They're pulling out like $2,000. They even put that in. 160. Okay, 150 and 2 is 350, 455, 6, 7, 8. They didn't put in like $2,000. They're pulling out like $2,000. Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 1,800, about 2,000. They're pulling out about $2,000. They put in close to that. I don't have time to. 1, 2 is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1,000. That's probably another developer. So anyhow, that's what's up with this crypto. I'm not saying it's a scam, but it's just you got some of these wallets here that are taking out more than what they put in. So we woke up developers. Like we got in early. We rattled the cage. The developers were still asleep, and then they started waking up. Oh, shit. And then they started selling off. That's what Crypto Hulk is seeing right here. Not that it's a bad crypto, and it's not. Let's look at this person. They sold 2 hours ago. $200 worth. How much did they put in? They sold 11, 1,600. Looks like kind of like the same wallet. Anyhow, congratulations. Some of you guys, I talked to some of the $500 members, and one guy like put in $300. You know, it's kind of like this. You can't predict stuff in crypto. I can't predict stuff. Sometimes we just find it. Boom, you got to go. It's kind of like you're sitting there waiting, just like the army. That's called hurry up and wait. They get ready. Hurry up, get our. Everybody lines up and does all this stuff. And then once you get to wherever you got to go in the Army, then you sit there for like 8 hours. You're waiting. Oh, hey, you got 30 seconds. Everybody get up. We got to go. And it's just like they do that kind of dumb shit. So that's how I see investing or crypto. It's kind of like for the longest time, might get boring. And then all of a sudden, bam, 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 bam. That's when you got to start doing it. If you put in $200, you're not, look, you can't, you got to decide, do I want to rock and roll or do I want to play with the peewees? Okay. That's just how this shit goes. Some of you guys out there think, well, I don't want to put much in, $200, but I want to make 2,000 or 3,000. That's why you're not going to ever get anywhere. That's why you fail. See, in my head, I pick out what I'm going to do and I do it. I'm not worried about consequences. I've already thought about consequences, this and that. Okay, I'm making my decision. Let's get this shit done. When I first got into crypto, I studied it for like 3 months, watched 900 videos. I knew what I was getting into. I learned enough to figure out who are the players in this industry and this and that. I knew it was all kinds of shady, secretive shit. I took out a bank loan, well over $8,000. And I say, you know what? I'm going to get this shit while the XRP is 15 cents. Yep. Not like, oh, maybe I'll just put in 1,000. Oh, I don't know. What if this is all? I was like, I don't care if it's all a scam. I'm putting in over $8,000. Fuck it. Let's get this shit done. See, if you're that person that's, I don't know, I can't afford to lose the money, then just go sit down and watch Barney and Sesame Street and shit, and that's fine. Believe in the tooth fairy or just become a fairy. You can do that nowadays. So, I mean, you get the results. What you get from all this is what you believe. If you believe, well, I can only do this. I've only got so much money. I told this other person the other day, we all only have so much money. Take a crypto, take some cryptos, liquidate them, flip them to make 3 to 4x, then buy them back. So if you want to buy this crypto yesterday, I was talking to this one $500 member. I'm like, dude, you should have liquidated 3 of your cryptos. That would have helped you raise at least, $1,000, $1,500. Put that into that, triple it, make 4,500, pull it out. And then he's like this. Oh yeah, that's right. I could have done that. Damn it. So it's like, it's not that there's not opportunities on my channel. It's just you make the incorrect choices. That's the thing. So when you start making smarter choices by thinking, so you're always afraid, you're always on the defensive. When I bought my crypto, I'm like, fuck it. I'm getting a loan well over $8,000. I'm diving into these XRPs. I've done my research and stuff. I'm ready to rock and roll and lose it all. One time at Caleb Brown, we were investing in Root. I dumped $8,000 into Root, flipped it, shit, pulled it out. I made 16,000. Well, of that, 8,000 was profit, 8,000 put it back in. So I made cool $8,000 off that deal. Look, you gotta be willing to risk to get. I make smart decisions, but sometimes if I get wrecked or whatever in the process, that's what happens. Not a big deal. Life goes on. Let's figure out what happened and not do it again. That's all. So I'm very satisfied with the progress. And the other day, got crypto. I think I originally, I won't say exactly, but put it around like $400 to 600. And that shit turned into like $3,000. And I know there's impact fees, but I could have put in like $400 and walked away with like 1,800, like 4x. So, these are things. This stuff happens quick. Don't play safe, because those are people that end up losing. Figure out how much you're willing to risk, because you will not see it coming. This is a thing where you're going to have 1 to 2 minutes and you got to make a decision real fast. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I already know in my head in advance what I'm willing to risk. If I'm willing to risk shit to go get a crypto and flip it and make 4X and sell it and pull it back. But you're like, well, I don't know. Those people, they just don't make it. They fail. Okay. If you want to make some cash, a lot of it, you can't be doing this $200-$300 stuff. That shit ain't going to work, man. Fuck it. You want to get some cash, you need to dump in 1,000 at least to 1,500 on a deal. I'm already pretty flush with a good amount of crypto. Okay. I crank these shows out so you can make lots of cash. Okay. And this one was massive. And you had an opportunity, but you're like, well, I don't know. And then once the pump's over, the initial pump, oh, man, I missed it. Dude, this thing's going to fucking pump. Look, this shit happens all the time. Really good. Okay, let me explain for people that are slow. Really good crypto is not determined by the initial pump dump on my show. Let me explain this again, because some of you guys still, after 30 times of seeing the same fucking shit, still think the wrong way. Great crypto that Crypto Hulk talks about always comes back and keeps going. You can try killing it 20 times, the motherfucker's still going to keep coming back. It's like a bad ex relationship. We've all been there. Maybe the next pumps aren't as big, but you're gonna. I'm talking about great cryptos that we talk about on this show. We talk about a lot of cryptos, but they're not all great. Okay, all the cryptos we talk about are good. There's a difference between good and great. Okay, I'm gonna help you understand that. Every crypto on the show is good, no doubt about it. And some of them are good at different times. Some can be good, then become great, and then go back to good again, and then go bankrupt. There's a thing, it's a life cycle. I can't explain how all this shit works. That's why I reevaluate cryptos every so often. I look back at the crypto. I go, should I still own this? And I look at it. And sometimes you guys are $500 members. Call me up and say, hey, Crypto, is this one still worth holding on to? Then I'll go look through some of my secret channels and stuff that I do. Talk to some of my developer friends. And then make an evaluation. But congratulations for those like myself. I bought after the show and pulled in $600 profit, right around there-ish. And I got back the money I put in. And then when I walked away, I had at least $600-$700. I bought after the show about 20 minutes. So it wasn't during the show. Some of you guys had a jump on me. I'm doing the show. I can't do that shit during the show. And that's for show. So you guys had the advantage. And then after that show ended, I told you what I was going to do. I said, when this show gets over, I'm going to go buy this fucking shit. And I did. And I made about $600-$700 profit. Sold it off around, I don't know, 2.5 hours later, something like that. Alrighty then. Bobby. We got Bobby here who threw some Canadian money at this. This is tough when you're a truck driver, but fuck it, it has to happen. Oh, yeah, so the truck driver can't be like, oh, everybody on the freeway, hold up. Maybe around a certain kind of a road. Like, I understand the truck driving, so that's tough. Get in touch with Crypto She-Hulk. You know, I'm on Instagram. I believe it's, let me look. I forget my handle name on Instagram, so I don't even look at it barely. Instagram's just like my feeder. It's called The Crypto Hulk. So if you type in on Instagram at The Crypto Hulk, try that one, at The Crypto Hulk, all lowercase. Is that my Threads address? I don't even know what the shit is, honestly. I just use Instagrams in there. I click my videos. I don't even look at Instagram or none of that shit. It's a waste of my fucking time. Now on my Instagram, I've got 8655. That's the number of followers, 8,655. If you find anybody else with not that many, it's scam pay. Everybody tries scamming Crypto Hulk. It's called The Crypto Hulk. Underneath that, my name shows Crypto is my first name, Hulk is my last. Under followers, I have 8,655. Now, I think this is something called Threads, where there's like this @ thing at the bottom, and it says The Crypto Hulk. So there you go. Contact me there, and we'll exchange contact information. I'll give you the Telegram, access to the Telegram group where we can send messages and call each other for consultations. And remember, Canadian dollars are different than American, so make sure the conversion is completely done. Let's get back to the show. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about finances or whatever. I'm a researcher. I research and I report information to you. That's basically what I do. I go into a crypto or a project or a news article, whatever it might be. You might have a question for me, and I can do some research and come back to you with a halfway intelligent bullshit answer. No, just kidding. I take the job seriously. First off, people have been relying on Crypto Hulk channel for 5.5 years. They've been relying on this channel for information. Some people put down big dollars because they want big results. They want to be able to call me up, say, Crypto Hulk, I've had this before. I got $100,000. How can I spend this shit? Crypto Hulk, I've got $20,000 here. Can you help me spend it? Some people call up Crypto Hulk, I got $1,500. What are 3 cryptos? If you could only spend money on 3 cryptos and all I got is $1,500, what can we do? Okay, here's what I would do. Just shit like that. So people are relying on my information, my research information. So lastly, to close it off, I'm an extremely bad drug addict. I snort 3 pounds of heroin a day. No, cocaine. You snort cocaine. That's what I do. And then I inject 5 pounds of heroin. Stephen Morris, shut up. Those aren't rookie numbers. And they're not. Come on, man. So yeah, any kind of advice or text you get from me or a call, I'm super fucking high. I don't know what I'm saying. Now, not financial advice. Let's talk about what Charles Schwab, I'm telling you what, let's take it back 5.5 years ago, the Crypto Hulk show. I was saying, you know what, everybody? In the beginning, we're going to have 100 crypto exchanges. And in the end, we're going to have 10. Here's how it works, kids. Now, let me show you a little something. I've had some dumb people in the comments. Hold on. Grok shut down yesterday. Like, I couldn't get it to work after the show. Like, I forgot what time it was. It just wouldn't work. It's as if we broke Grok with that BitLocust crypto. I'm serious, man. Okay, I'm just kidding. Well, no, I'm not. So we're going to go over this article. I'm going to give you my opinion, and then we're going to check artificial intelligence and see what artificial intelligence thinks going to happen with this. Now, Charles Schwab, they got $12 trillion. Why $12 trillion? Charles Schwab crypto entry could threaten crypto exchanges. I'm going to tell you a brilliant player move, okay? But it's old school, as it gets. Let's say I've got the manpower and the firepower and shit, and the intelligence and the plan, and I have this all worked out, and I got the police on the payroll, and I go into a certain area of town that's already has a drug dealing business going. I go in and flood it with the best shit. I know maybe I won't make money for the first 6 months, and I don't care because I've got cash and bankroll. I've got people in countries that grow this dope and whatever it is, drugs and shit, and we're going to come in. I made a connection south of the border of some country. I'm not saying what. I'm not saying south of the border of America. I'm just saying south of the border, wherever that might take you, right? I go into an area, flood it with just really, really, really good shit. Have my little army of guys out there, the cops and stuff, to bust the bad guys, but never seem to bust my guys. And on and on. I'm not going to elaborate on how I'd take over an area. And then eventually, Charles Schwab controls everything. They put everybody out of business. They have so much money. They can come in. They don't need to make money for 6 months or a whole year. They will bleed out everybody else. And then all these motherfuckers start working for me. This is Charles Schwab. I said 5.5 years ago, you'd have 100 exchanges. And in the end, you have 10. Well, looks like it's happening right now, or it's going to happen, okay? I'm not saying Coinbase is going out of business, dumbasses out there. I said there will be 100 fucking exchanges. Please listen before you leave your stupid fucked up homeschool comments. C-student homeschool comments in the comment section. I said there'll be 100 exchanges, dumbasses, and there'll be 10 at the end. And who are they going to be? I've been telling you for 5.5 years. The same motherfuckers that are running shit right now. JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, same motherfuckers. This Charles Schwab buster move is going to get rid of all these little fake-ass little exchanges and all the dumb shit out there. 90% of these bitches are going bye-bye. You don't need government to try to stop this. You just have Charles Schwab come in and just fucking dump. Just like you go in that that crackhead neighborhood, you just dump the best fucking shit. Now, a lot of these junkies are going to end up dying because their shit they normally do is so watered down. Charles Schwab plans to launch crypto trading in 2026. Oh, shit. They're coming, folks. These exchanges are going to be shutting down. There's a new sheriff in town. His name is Charles. Charles is in charge. It's going to bring Bitcoin and Ethereum to its $12 trillion brokerage platform. Schwab's, from what I understand, Bank of America, and that has all these Italian mafia connections along with the United States government. Let me continue. I'm not trying to get the channel shut down by talking too much truth. Schwab's low-fee model and strong regulatory standing pose a major competitive threat to U.S. exchanges like Coinbase. Oh, shit. The biggest. Hey, you got JP Morgan hooked up with BlackRock, and both of them are trying to butt fuck, what is that, Coinbase? And then you got Charles Schwab coming in on the other end. And all these big whales and shit, they're going to have a little fuck fest and stuff. And all these small little exchanges, everybody's getting wiped out, just letting you know. They're going to have a race to the bottom. A race to the bottom of fees. If you took a business course, you know what I'm talking about when there's a race to the bottom. And all these other exchanges are going, bye-bye. I've been telling you that for 5.5 years. Schwab's low-fee model and strong regulatory standing, that means they bribe the Congress people, pose a major competitive threat to Coinbase. The move intensifies pricing pressure as investors can already trade Bitcoin ETFs for free, forcing exchanges to defend their fee-driven model. Uh-oh, trouble in paradise. The firm which overseas, more than 12 trillion. That's like big BlackRock right there. BlackRock's 12 or 13 trillion. Looks like we got a problem here, folks. The firm, which oversees more than 12 trillion in client assets, intends to offer Bitcoin and Ethereum trading across its platforms after internal testing and a limited pilot phase. They're coming in to destroy all the competition, everybody. That's why they really don't want us to have crypto and hold it and custody it, because we become competition. Charles Schwab will bring mainstream investors to crypto. Everybody get ready, get set, go. If you haven't gotten your crypto loan yet, and all your crypto at Caleb Brown, look below my channel. Oh, shit. Now he's plugging it again. Damn right I am. You're having institutional custody for retail people like us. I'm telling you what I'm seeing is we're going to have a rebound. Like, crypto's at a low price right now. It ain't going to stay like this. Now's the time to get in at the very bottom. Boom, boom, boom. Start buying shit up, and then you just wait. Now's the time to accumulate. We're not selling off. That'd be the dumbest fucking shit, okay? Right now, we're holding at the lowest prices possible. Get in now, because what's going to happen later, in a month or two, whenever this thing takes off, oh, man, I could have bought all this. Dude, I don't want to hear that stupid fucking shit. If you say that shit on this program, you got comments getting taken off. I'm just telling you, I'm not going to have that dumb shit. Either get it now or shut your fucking mouth later, because we're not having this. Well, I could have bought that. Oh, shit. Oh, man, I could have bought all this. No, what you could have done is stop talking and fucking do it. That's what you can do. Stop being someone to talk. Well, I could have done this, should have done that. Dude, that's loser talk. Well, you can't have that on this program. Go to some other channel, like Digital Dildos or something. It's a topic. So here's Charles Schwab on crypto, the CEO of Charles Schwab. It's a topic that's of high engagement. Schwab clients own 20% of all crypto exchange traded products. Visits to Charles Schwab crypto site are up 90% from last year. Oh, shit. Schwab operates one of the largest brokerages in the United States. Hope you're paying attention. That's what the head guy from Charles Schwab. I'm ready. I'm loaded, literally, with drugs and crypto both. If you don't have the amount of crypto you need now, get a fucking loan and get it. All right? Don't do it then. And then later, shut your fucking mouth about, man, I wish I could have had all this. Oh, shit. I'd be a millionaire by now. No, you'd never be a millionaire because you're a fucking loser. Okay, you're the one that says I shoulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda, coulda on every fucking thing in life. You let everything pass by you, and that's why you're fucking in the position you are right now. The announcement also highlights a strategic push to consolidate investor activity. Millions of Schwab customers currently hold traditional assets and use external changes for crypto. Bringing those two functions of what traditional asset purchasing. So you purchase traditional assets here, you buy crypto over there. You know what Charles Schwab's doing? Put it all together. Just let you know, everybody, I'm ready. I take my loans. Last year, I took a very large loan to buy gold, and I 100%ed my investment. Brilliant decision. Okay, brilliant fucking decision. I'm not like these other people. Oh, man, I wish I would have got some gold. Oh, shit, I'd be, man, all these years Crypto Hawk talk about buying gold. I should have done that. No, you should have just quit being a little bitch. Instead of talking about it, be the fuck about it, right? Meanwhile, another U.S. financial giant, Vanguard, also announced its expansion into crypto last week. My question is, what the fuck are you waiting for? Are you waiting to miss this again? Are you waiting to miss every single thing that happens in tech so you can be that little bitch that in history that looks back and says, man, I could have got into that and shit. I made a mistake. No, I think you were born a fucking mistake. That's what the problem was. Schwab's move introduces a structural challenge for U.S. crypto exchanges. I want you to listen what the biggest investment company in the world is saying. Don't listen to these dumbasses that leave comments. Oh, this Schwab thing's not going to hurt. It's going to be good for competition. Oh, God. Let's continue. That's why the article is only calling it a competitive threat, because it's good for competition. Okay. That's why they're using the word threat. I'm just like, wow, these dumb shits that leave comments in here or something else. Schwab's move introduces a structural challenge for U.S. crypto exchanges. The broker is also known for zero commission stock and ETF trading. It undercuts the core. Listen to this. What Charles Schwab is doing is undercutting the core revenue model of companies like Coinbase and Kraken. It's not here to help them, dumbasses leaving comments. It's here to destroy them. I'm like, wow, reading these comments. These people are so fucking stupid. Crypto exchanges rely heavily on trading fees. Coinbase retail fees often exceed 1%. And even advanced platforms charge up to 0.6%. Schwab can afford to price well below that because it generates revenue from multiple channels, including interest income, advisory service, order execution. Crypto exchanges do not have the same diversification. So advisory service. So you have to talk to your broker. You don't have to do that from Caleb Brown. That's free. Order execution. You're not charged a fee for Caleb Brown. Look, at Caleb Brown, you get one fee. That's it. And these other places, when you start adding up all the stuff, when you put money in, they gouge you. When you take it out, they gouge you. When you talk to advisor, they gouge you. Like, that's just. But Charles Schwab, trust and believe, they want to bust this all up, put everybody in the whole neighborhood out of business. Then they want to be the only ones that have it. And guess what happens then? Then their prices start going up because they got no competition. Think of YouTube. That's exactly what we got at YouTube. They're the only ones that run this size of a platform, so they can just shit all over everybody. That's what will happen with Charles Schwab. Watch. They will put so many people out of business. It's just like Amazon, right? Let's think. It happens all the fucking time. This has been going on since the starting of time. Amazon, you first get it, it's like what, $20 a year. Your shit shows up and you order on your computer. Next thing you know, an hour later, shit's at your house. They're like, what? And then next year it's $40 to $100, $200, $300, $400, $500 a year, whatever that shit is. And then it takes like 3 days to get to your house. Because they're like, who are you going to compete against? Who's Amazon going to compete against? There's nobody. This is what Charles Schwab is bringing. I just told you already. Gold, 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 and silver. Hulk, thanks to you, I'm not a sign holder. Let's go back to this article right here. Take a look. These ETFs also have extremely tight spreads. For Schwab to justify direct crypto trading, it must offer low fees that compete with near free ETF execution. This dynamic pushes Schwab toward aggressive pricing and by extension forces exchanges to respond. See what we got going on here? Now, when you're a company like Charles Schwab and you got billions and billions put away in the bank, you're putting everybody out of business. I'm just letting you know how it goes there, buddy. That I already told you 5.5 years ago. We've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for it. 100. You'll have 100 exchanges. In the end, you'll have 10. And what's it looking like? Fuck, Crypto Hawk. You were calling all these shots, man. I can't help it. It took 5.5 years for it to start showing up. I don't determine when it happens. I just tell you what is going to happen. If you're ready and prepared, then awesome. Congratulations. Now, what does Grok say about this article? Charles Schwab is essentially traditional finance flexing its muscles into crypto territory. Grok says, I see this shaking up the crypto exchange landscape in a few key ways. They're going to force these companies to adapt or die. That's what's happening. What does Grok say? Charles Schwab is a direct threat to Coinbase and heavy fee exchanges. Charles Schwab already is offering free trading on Bitcoin ETFs with super tight spreads, 1 to 2 basis points. It could undercut Coinbase's retail fees, which can hit 1% or more. Coinbase relies heavily on those transaction fees for revenue. Unlike Schwab, which has diversified income from different kinds of money, this could erode Coinbase's market share. Told you so 5.5 years ago. Especially among older or more conservative investors who prefer the trust of a regulated brokerage over a crypto platform. Oh, shit. Yep. This will basically cause Coinbase to slash fees or pivot harder into services like staking and derivatives and institutional custody. The little people, the retail people are going to feel the squeeze. You're going to feel the pinch, everybody. They might just stop doing retail, just focus on custodial and wholesale. This isn't just a Coinbase problem. This is what Grok is saying, not Crypto Hulk. This is what Grok is saying. This isn't just a Coinbase problem. It's a wake-up call for any U.S. exchange banking on retail trading volumes. They're probably going to stop. A lot of these exchanges are probably going to just stop selling to us. They're not going to make money. The government won't need to pass a law. We won't be getting all mad and screaming at the government and everything. Charles Schwab is coming in, flipping the script, getting rid of retail. You'll see. You'll see. Schwab's regulatory edge gives it instant credibility, which could draw in users wary of hacks or scandals. Smaller exchanges might struggle more. Oh, they will, leading to consolidation, meaning they're going to start selling off. And what's going to happen is this. I already told you, for 5.5 years now, these little exchanges are get their ass kicked, and they're going to get so broken down over time that they're just going to sell to like a Coinbase or something. That's going to happen. And then you'll have that 100 exchanges. That's how you end up with 10, because the other 90% are going to go bankrupt and then start selling their assets to the big boys. And then you have 10 people. That's how this fucking shit is going to get done. Just letting you know 5.5 years in advance. No big deal. You're going to have the banks coming in, these little exchanges, whatever these exchanges might be, they're going to start going bankrupt. And then banks are going to come in, buy it on the cheap, And then the banks will have, because see, the banks always win. The fintech is the new money. Now, the only way the new money can win is if you get so fucking big that you got an ungodly amount of money where you can then start buying banks and shit. But that's rare. So 90% of these crypto exchanges, I've been telling you for 5.5 years, are going to disappear. This looks like this is the path that they're going to take. Now, remember, I know what's going to happen. I just don't know all the steps and how they do it. But here it's looking like this is the pathway. This is the pathway I've been waiting for to show you. It looks like it's all being laid out right now. Schwab's CEO has hinted at interest in crypto so they could snap up tech talent from struggling players. Oh, you see what's going on? Just what I told you. You have 100 exchanges. In the end, there'll be 10. And this is how they're doing it right here. You jam up crypto in the country. These crypto companies have to start laying off people. They're traditional players that control everything in the past. They lost initially, but they're coming back because they are the traditional players. They own your Congress people and stuff. They come in. These tech companies aren't making any money because the previous 4 years, Biden and the Democratic communists shut down all the crypto. So these tech companies have to lay off. And guess what? Charles Schwab and stuff starts snapping up all these people. And these exchanges that aren't making any money, Charles Schwab starts buying them up. And that's how we end up with 10% of the players owning 90% of the game. Just like that. On the flip side, this is hugely positive for crypto mainstreaming. Schwab's clients already hold 20% of crypto ETPs, and their site traffic has spiked 90% last year on crypto interest. Bringing spot trading in-house could onboard millions of more users. That's what we're seeing. That's pretty much it. If Charles Grok says this, if Charles Schwab's fees are as aggressive as expected, we could see a fee war. That's a race to the bottom. A race to the bottom. I called that one. A race to the bottom. And we could see a fee war squeezing margins, but benefit people like you and me. I say this is in the beginning, because how it always works is when the monopoly kills all the competition, then the prices just skyrocket after that. Because where are you going to go? You got 10 people instead of 100. Grok says, but for standalone exchanges, it's survival of the fittest. So you're going to have to be an exchange that offers all kinds of different things, not just buying and selling crypto. You got to have staking, this, that, and da-da-da-da-da. And if you don't have all these things, it's starting to look like it might be a tough world for you. Because Charles Schwab's got the traditional investing and the crypto investing, and they're going to want to have the staking, yield farming, mining, this, that, blah, blah. And if you don't have a whole lot, if your only source of money is just trading fees or whatever, you might have a problem. So there is that article right there. Wayne_crypto. Wayne says, late for school, dues paid, howdy hoaxsters from Texas. We got Robert Driscoll. Oh, wait, okay, read that one off. Okay. Wayne Crypto 101 says, eliminate the competition, then you can charge whatever you want if your product is in demand. Only super app exchanges. And that's kind of like why I was saying all that 5.5 years ago. Because look, traditional money people control things, and they control how fast. Like if something new comes up, traditional money people can slow it down. They can get into a good position on this particular thing. They need to get in. They need to hire their own people. They need to catch up, and then they need to start controlling. And then they kind of start putting people out of business where they got inspired from. So Charles Schwab probably saw Coinbase and these different companies popping up, and then they had to get all the government people to slow it down, all the Democrats, slow it down, hire Gary Gensler, fuck everything up. And then when Charles Schwab gets in a position, okay, now we're going to only allow certain kinds of cryptos or only certain this, or we're going to go after fees. Then we can shut down these exchanges because they won't be able to survive. We can slow roll this thing, make it to where companies that are brand new like fintech and all they do is make money off trading fees. Let's develop a system where traders pay no fees or barely any. Then we can put everybody else out of business. That's what you do. Then you get regulation. You make the regulations so expensive, like in Canada, that you can only have 1 or 2 companies selling. That's another. There's different ways to shut your competition down. One of them is just offer services they can't compete with. And again, if you're a pizza company and you move into a certain neighborhood, you can have the best damn pizzas, charge $8 a pizza, put everybody else out of business. And when they're out of business, jack your prices up to double them, $16 for the pizza. I got a public storage unit, small little place. It started off not too long ago, maybe a year or less, or at $22 a month. Now I looked at the bill, it's like $48. I'm like, what? That's like double, 100% increase. I'm gonna have to get this shit out of there. There's not much in there, but that's all that's happening right now. I just wanted to show you that. Now, what is Coinbase doing? Let's take a look. Coinbase knows they are going to have to not just make money off crypto fees because they will die. It's coming and they know it. Right here. Coinbase partners with banks. That's what they're going to have to do. Coinbase partners with banks on crypto and stablecoin pilot projects. Coinbase has got to get into more than just making money off trading fees, or they will be dead. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong reportedly said Wednesday, December 3rd, that his company is working with some of the biggest banks on pilot programs testing stablecoins, crypto custody, and trading. I want you to see, everybody, the biggest banks are all starting to get involved in this. And I don't care about the crypto prices dumping. What I watch is what is going on. Crypto Hulk is showing you the biggest banks are all starting to get all set up. I'm not worried about crypto prices. The only place these things are going to go in the future is up. Whether they have these crash things or whatever, that's not the future. What is the future? I'm showing you right here. I don't care what all the noise is, the latest news for today. I don't care if everything dumps for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 months. I know where this shit ends up. Me being super fucking rich. Now you can join me, or you can get all scared and start selling off crypto. I don't know, Crypto Hog. Oh, it's so scary. Oh shit. Oh, you're gonna get eaten alive, man. You have no fucking guts. Biggest fucking puss. You came out of a puss factory. The best banks are leaning into this as an opportunity. Oh, look at this. Do you see this? It's no longer crypto's bad, crypto's bad. Now the biggest banks are saying this crypto is an opportunity. Now it's an opportunity. But all these years it was bad. All these years it was bad having crypto and shit. Now it's a fucking what? Opportunity. Crypto Hulk. Wait. Now, I'll admit, Crypto Hulk, I haven't been watching any crypto videos at all. I just started this week. But what the hell happened, Crypto Hulk? How are these banks that were, and government people, and the government people, and the SEC, and everybody else, for all these years, the past 10, 12 years, now you watch my show and you're starting to hear some shit. Now, all of a sudden, the banks are saying that they're going to lean into this as an opportunity. All of a sudden now, things are different. Banks are coming in. They're starting to get set up. They're joining with banks are joining with crypto companies. But Crypto Hulk, wait, how are the banks joining? This is all criminal stuff. This is we were taught that all this crypto is going to kill all the banks and shit, Crypto Hulk. But now the banks are joining with crypto and they're going to start having it and selling it. Yeah, I've only been saying this 5.5 years on my show. Well, I know, but I've been watching MSNBC and shit and all these public broadcast radio and all these Democratic communists. And then Gary Gensler's telling us it's all bad. But Crypto Hulk, how all these years you were telling us it was good. I always thought you were a fucking big mouth liar that cusses all the time. And, well, you might be a big mouth, but you're definitely not a liar. Okay, thanks for that. All right, you can go back and sit down and shut the fuck up. Brian Armstrong and the big banks say the ones who are fighting it are going to get left behind. The ones who are fighting crypto adoption are going to get left behind. See, on my channel here, we've only been blazing forward for 5.5 years. There's been no doubt in our minds, the true Crypto Hulk fans, there's been no doubt. They already know where this ends up. They watch the fundamental news on Crypto Hulk channel, and they buy or don't buy. Depends. Some of you guys, look, you like certain cryptos, and other ones you might not like, and they're all good on my show. Some people like, some cryptos are interesting to other people. But, yeah. So that's what's going on at Coinbase. In July, Coinbase and JP Morgan, just the world's biggest, most systemically important bank, is working with Coinbase to explore crypto. Yes, I'm sure they just are starting to explore it right now. No, they probably were exploring it 10 years ago. Oh, the company said they also plan to add the ability to link Chase, which are JP Morgan. They want to link Chase bank accounts to Coinbase wallets through JP Morgan's API, and the ability to use points from Chase's rewards program to fund their crypto accounts. Oh. Very interesting. In July, Coinbase and PNC Bank teamed up to develop a solution that will allow the bank's clients to buy, hold, and sell cryptocurrencies. Oh my God. There's a new partnership. It also includes PNC adding other crypto financial solutions for its clients. I'm just letting you know, everybody, watch my program, watch the fundamental news I give you. A crypto's worth is not what is created from a pump. Whatever a crypto's price is right now does not determine its worth. What determines a crypto's worth is the fundamental information that I show you. That's why I have no doubt about any of the cryptos that I've invested in. Whether they end up being great projects or not, I can't determine what percent. All I know is when I invest in different projects or cryptos, I deep dive it, I research it, and they look legitimate at that time. Things change every day. Maybe something happens, a developer leaks something to a competitor where they get a hack, whatever it is, I don't fuck. That's why I just don't have one crypto. If you are a person, especially if you're a person that runs a crypto channel and you only have one crypto, oh, I think we all know who that is. Oh, and they've admitted online, yeah, this is the only crypto I'm in right now. I'm like, oh man, woe is me. All right. So that's what the banks are doing. There's a ripple. Okay, here we go. Let's hear what the SEC chairman. Now this, remember we had Gary Gensler. That was such a Democratic communist fail. We had Gary Gensler in charge of the SEC for 4 years. He couldn't even tell us what cryptos were what. Nothing at all. It was amazing. 4 years of just word salad talk. Here we go. Adkins. Here's a Trump appointee. Adkins predicts. I want everybody to listen. I sure hope you got your loans. I sure hope you're being positioned to get all your crypto now, because this shit's not going to stay cheap. Here's what the head of the SEC says. Adkins predicts the United States financial system may shift to tokenization within a couple years. Now, what is he saying? The United States will use crypto within the next couple of years or earlier. Just that's my translation of what he said. They like to use the word tokenization. I like to use the word crypto because it makes people think, it pops. When I say the U.S. financial system may shift, that soft language for will use. So if I say, hey, I may shift to tokenization, that's kind of like, that's not exciting. People don't want it. That's not going to, if I say, hey, the United States, if the SEC director comes out and says, the United States system will use crypto in the next couple of years, you're going to go out and buy all this fucking shit, aren't you? So here's how they soft roll. It's like a softball. Like girls softball. Oh, crypto hunk. You're always using sexist terms. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Oh, got him. SEC Chairman Paul Adkins said, rapid advances in electronic trading and blockchain technology are driving, listen to this, are driving the biggest transformation in the United States financial system. I hope you're hearing where this is going. I don't care where it's at right now. In fact, I enjoy right now cheap crypto prices because my crypto amounts are starting to accumulate really steep. Not the money amount, but the amount of cryptos that I have with these cheap prices, I'm buying. I'm not concerned. It's never going to be as cheap as it is like this in the future. Rapid advances in electronic trading and blockchain are driving the biggest transformation in the United States financial system. Are you ready and prepared? Yes, I am. They're predicting, I'm going to use my own words here. Paul Adkins is predicting that crypto could become a core feature of America in just a few years. Just letting you know. I'll be here. It'll be the year 2031, 5 years from now. Fuck. You've been watching Crypto Hulk show for 10 and a half years. Oh my God, that would be so fucked up, and I'm laughing. We fast forwarded. I'm still here. Motherfucker! It's the way the world will be, Paul Adkins says. It's the way the world will be. Maybe not even in 10 years, maybe even a lot less time, maybe a couple years from now. Oh, man, they can speed this up or slow it down, everybody. And an exclusive interview on Mornings with Maria on Wednesday, Adkins was optimistic that crypto will bring huge benefits like greater predictability and transparency, noting that on-chain settlement could eventually reduce risk by narrowing or eliminating the traditional gap between trade execution, payment, and final settlement. He added that the shift comes as regulators rethink their approach to digital assets. Everybody, it's all going to green light. Crypto is going to be the savior. Everything in the whole fucking world is going to run on crypto. Everything. Okay? We're going to look back and see all these crypto's bad, it's for drug dealing. We're going to look back and be like, wow, people a long time ago thought crypto was just for like criminals stealing money so they can sell drugs and shit. And people are going to look at like everything in the whole fucking world's going to run on crypto. But we'll see. You'll be right if you follow this Crypto Hulk. The trouble, Paul Adkins says, that we've seen here over the past few years is that the SEC historically was never necessarily at the vanguard of pushing new innovations. It was always a little bit behind the market, said Adkins. Atkins says we're actually right now embracing new innovation. Well, that's because it's under Trump, not President Biden and the Democrats. We're trying to keep the United States at the forefront as far as cryptocurrencies and whatnot. It's a new day, and we want to embrace this crypto technology. Bring it onshore where it can work under American rules. And I think that is it. Yeah, that's it on that article. Let me do another one. I got to throw this one in. Now, my sponsor, hold on a second. I gotta throw this one in there. I gotta advertise. You know why I advertise Caleb Brown? Because I got the best teammate. It's called Fireblocks, utilized by Caleb Brown. Caleb Brown delivers a personalized premium service to crypto trading. Each customer gets their own dedicated broker to contact anytime, getting the latest insights on crypto trends and guidance when you need it. I highly recommend Caleb Brown, and that was by me, Crypto Hulk. Caleb Brown wanted me to write up something and email it, so I sent it to Jim. I said, Jim, this kind of, I said, Jim, it actually sounds kind of professional. But I wrote a little short 2-3 sentence, like short paragraph on Caleb Brown, because when I started with them, I made a step and I wanted my first sponsor, not my first business partner to the channel. And you guys joined Caleb Brown first and you loved it. And then after that, I joined. I told you guys I want you to try. I said, I'm looking at this company. I'm thinking about having them as a partner on my team. I said, I like what they're doing. I like this Caleb and Brown thing with the fire blocks and all that. And the fact that 2,000 of the world's biggest banks use fire blocks. That's what Caleb Brown's got. We got the same fucking shit that the biggest institutions in the world have. Ripple has their Ripple Labs USD in a fire block solution. And I'm like, whoa. So naturally, I said, hey, you guys join up Caleb Brown. If you like it, then I'll talk to this Jim Bazzani, and we'll talk with him, and I'll get, hopefully, them to, I like to call them sponsor of the channel, but they're not, but kind of are. And the rest is history. You guys loved them. I said, okay. So I called up Jim and said, hey, I'm very much interested in having you guys as, I want to be an affiliate of your channel and stuff because I believe in your company. I love the product that you have and just all the services you have and the friendly people, super helpful, bulletproof custody, free custody that the institution, that shit's expensive. You know how much it costs for custody? Like professional, that shit's like $1,000 a month or something like that. All right. So you're getting this stuff for free. Let's go with this article right here. We'll wrap the show up. I don't believe I'm making a show tonight, so this is all you get. Jane has a question. Crypto Hawk's lawyer, LLC. I think I'm on the right track. El Coco Loco says, need to get my LLC. Marky G says, we have the best teammate. Right. You got me to do research. And I'm pretty good at what I do, I think. I'll just speak on myself. I spend a lot of time in just deep diving into shit to make sure you make the best decisions. Whether you buy or not, I mean, I can't determine on that. It's not my point. What I do is I research a crypto and then I report. I R and R. I research and I report to you. That's what I do. And I'm very good, I believe, at what I do. I watch some other channels. There's no research at all. It's called copy paste. They take shit from other channels, put it on theirs, report that as news. No, I can't do that. So not only do you have the best research and reporting, you have the best custody solution, and then you have the best legal, the Crypto Hulk lawyer to protect all the kinds of shit. That's the team we got here on this channel. I'm very proud of the team that I put together. I thought that we need one of the best, I want to call Caleb Brown a crypto exchange, one of the best custody solutions where you can buy crypto, where you can call them up. I mean, man, you can call them up and say, hey, like I can call my broker up, Sean, what day is it right now? Saturday. So it's probably Sunday. Right now it's Sunday in Australia. But like tomorrow, I can call them up on the phone. I can right now email my broker, and there's always a broker on duty that can email me back. Like a real person can help you, and they're fast too. It's not like 3-4 hours later. No, I'm telling you what, their goal at Caleb Brown, and they always complete as far as I see. If I email my broker right now, I'm almost positive 5 to 7 minutes, I'll have a real response from a real human being. Not some kind of Autobot like all this. I'm so sick of that other shit. During business hours, now Caleb Brown's in the United States and Australia. So you got those kind of time zones going on. If I call my broker, Caleb Brown, and let's say it's during their workday, and of course, maybe it goes to voicemail or maybe it picks up, I never have to wait like more than 5 to 7 minutes. And these people call me right back. I'm just like, whoa. So, but it can't always, maybe my broker might be in a really super important call. So, but I'm just saying for me, and a lot of the times that I've called them, I'm always getting something back in 5 to 7 minutes, but that's not guaranteed. That's just most of the time when I'm calling these people, they're always picking up the phone. So I have my choice. I can contact an American office or an Australian office. So I could really get it just about any time I need. Yeah. So, lastly, Jane says, will you still have shows for us after this shit takes off? I really hope so. We need you. Well, the show's going to be different. I mean, we're all here to get rich, but that's just part of life. I mean, I'd like to offer a show after this. It'll be different though. It's not like we're learning about the crypto. I mean, it's going to be here and they're going to be using it. So then the Crypto Hulk show will shift to what are we investing in now? Apartment? Are we buying apartments or staking? I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I'm going to wait for the future to kind of unfold. They respond to emails even when closed. Yeah, I'm telling you, Caitlin Brown is what's up. That's you guys told me to join them. You guys for 6 weeks were joining Caitlin Brown and this and that. And then after 6 weeks, I said, hey, it's been 6 weeks. Put in the comment section what's good and what's bad about Caitlin Brown, and just 99% of the shit was positive. And there's always going to be a problem in life. That's just how life is. There'll always be some kind of problem or somebody, whatever. But you guys told me to join, so I did, and here we are. Now we're talking about what's going to happen after the fact. I don't know. I'll probably have a small, maybe private group. Since you guys will be rich, the memberships will probably be $1,000 a month. We'll probably have seminars. It'll be a really small group, I'm sure. Because most people just like pump dump shit. They don't truly believe in this channel or this program. And it's fine. You just want to join the channel to make money. I don't have a problem with that. Whatever, it's your choice. It's your fucking choice. But I will, I'm sure, be hooked up with wealth advisors, lawyers, immigration lawyers. This whole thing is going global. I'll probably have citizenship, I don't know, in 5 different countries. I have no idea. I know I have connections in one country where I can just bust a move, maybe 2. I know one country for certain I can bust a move and get the fuck out of here and have a nice life because I got connections with just somebody, or let's say people of power. So I always got that option. The other one's somewhere in the Middle East. It's possible I could finagle something over there. So other than that, I can't tell you what I'm going to do because I got to wait and see what happens. And it's a whole different, it'll all be different. This whole Crypto Hulk, it'll all be done. All this learning about what investment companies will already be there. If you don't get yourself into a position now with these cheap prices and the lawyers and all these things, then you're going to have some problems later. So that's it. We'll have to, we'll be rich, and we're going to learn how to protect our money and our crypto once we have it. There might be a certain country we go to, a certain bank. Welcome back to Crypto Hulk Show. Looks like they cut me off and I got back on. I'm going to probably end this. Somebody says just the richest people will join this great show. Right. There won't be that many people there. We got CIA watching. Yeah, I know we do. So we'll figure that out. Just get in position now. Get ready. Get all the crypto you need. Protect it. There's going to be a storm that's going to come. Prepare for that storm. Maybe all the crypto dumps to like a nickel. Just I don't fucking care. I know where this ends up, and the whole world's going to run on cryptocurrencies that are good. The real world use case. That's why we go over real world use case cryptos. Solid fundamental channel on Crypto Hulk. I don't care what the price right now doesn't determine the value of the crypto. Do not let prices fool you. Focus on Crypto Hulk Show, real world utility and news that I report. then I don't give a fuck what happens to the price. If it gets low enough, I'll buy it. If it goes up, great. That's awesome. If it dumps, I'm buying. Like, that's just how I am. Then one day we got crypto laws, global crypto laws. Then there's tokenization. And then the rest I've been telling you about for 5.5 years. The same fucking thing. All right. I'll see y'all in the next broadcast. We're done. I'll see you tomorrow.